Yes, ma. Over to you.
Welcome to Rich TV Telugu Universal Life School, fifth dimensional meditation with fifth dimensional masters. Yeah, we are doing like Telos Volume 3, and the author is Arulia Louis Jones Masters, and she is the author. So we are in the chapter chapter 7, and it's called Message from Posit. And the Gatriel is the master. Your emotions are not energies to be ignored. Your emotions are not the energies to be ignored or substituted. They are not energies to be abandoned or mistrusted. They are truly wholly a representative of your individual flame that must be nourished in order to burn strong and pure. The mistake made in Atlantis was to erroneously believe that we could treat from our arts and from all that has human by creating for ourselves a state of intellectual superiority which would make us more human. This was our greatest folly, as it is for many those in power today in your old. The greatest gift of inhabiting a body on this planet at this time is that you are human. So, masters, 1 second. I just want to read this in nature. I was trying to read in nature. 1 second, masters. So, all masters, please be in the meditative state, masters. I'm starting again. Sorry for the disturbance. Yeah, because I was not ready when it was on live. Yeah. So, uh, welcome to Rich TV Telugu Universal Life School presents meditation with fifth dimensional masters, like Adama Master, Saint Germain Master, Ramta Master, and all great masters. And we are reading Telos Volume 3, um, Protocols of the Fifth Dimension, and Harulia Louis Jones is the author master. She is the author. So we are in chapter 6, and this is the messages from the Posid master. Your emotions are not energies to be ignored or subdued. They are not energies to be abandoned or mistrusted. They are truly, wholly a representative of individual flame that must be nourished in order to burn strong and pure. The mistake made in Atlantis was to enormously believe that we could retreat from our arts, from all that has made us human, by creating ourselves for a state of intellectual superiority which would make us more than human. This was our greatest folly, as it is for many of those in power today in your world. So, the Poshid master is talking about the power. The greatest gift of inhabiting a body on this planet at this time is that you are human. So we are great masters because we got this human body right now. You are physically manifestation of Spirit's divine grace and potential. You are grounding part of the expression of God's will. There is no greater joy available than when recognizes this truth and lives it on daily basis. You are expressing through your emotional bodies the connection that exists between the physical and the etheric, between the body and spirit. Each time you reach out to on the physical plane to touch another being and then connect to the vibrations created within their emotional matrix, you are reuniting the realms in a new and wondrous manner. Wondrous manner. You are creating colors and energies that have never existed before, new expressions and palettes of love. Our mistakes was to feel that we needed great machines and systems of energy to create in this way. We forgot our connection to each other and competed instead to see who could control the greatest amount of energy, as if this power brought us closer to realization of God's presence. And of course, it is not just it did not. Only our connection to each other and could do that. Only through our love for each other could we truly touch and connect with the God within. So we have to touch ourselves inside to connect. Only through the full acceptance of total emotional selves in relation to one and all, we could look again into our souls. It took our Lemurian brothers and sisters many lifetimes to show us and help us realize this truth. They supported us unceasingly with love and nourishing as we strove to release our old pictures and belief systems. They presented us with glorious mirrors of true identity as divine beings, a mirror that we totally rejected and ridiculed in the time of Atlantis and Lemurian. Today we present to you this same mirror uh, with this same love and support. Reach out to us and touch us through the emotional bodies we are here. Feel the strength and passion for life that energies emerges as you reconnect with all of yourself, as you re-establish pathways and conducts for the energies that surround you. Reach out through your emotions and touch the world around you. Allow yourself to feel the trees, the flowers, the animals in the fields, the song of bird, the flowers in your garden, and the comfort of your homes. Reach out and touch each other's hearts in the most profound ways. Together we are creating the new Lemuria. Together you are creating the opening that you desire for your emergence into the dimensions behind yours. We wait for you as we love you dearly, keeping you always in our hearts. Your Atlantean family is sending all of this their love and friendship. So we are getting this love from Atlantis masters. And this message is for from Anahar Master. It says, physical life, the solidness that been created in your dimension, it's not devoid of life. It's not darker because it's not denser than the dimension which we reside. It is darker because you have lost your love for it, Anahar Master. So we came into chapter 8, masters. Chapter 7th is completed. The inner city of Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu. Okay. Cusco with Adama. And this master is Cusco. His name is Cusco with Adama master, the discussion. From the heart of the inner city of light of Machu Picchu, from our abode of royal splendor, we send our great love and warmest acknowledgement to all of you who will hearing or reading this transmission of light. So many of you are indeed our former friends and family members from a distant past. On behalf of our ascended civilization, we are sending our blessing to all of you who are diligently seeking the light of your divinity, and we bid you welcome in the midst of our energy. My name is Cusco, and I am here at the time with our beloved brother Hadama of Telos to speak to you for our city of light. So, he is talking about the inner earth city. The Peruvian city of Cusco was so named a long time in remembrance of my essence for the assistance I brought to the surface dwellers of that area in past history. I am the ancient here presiding on the council of elders of our city. It feels so good to my heart to be in presence of Adama at this time. We already anticipate the joy and we will experience as you read our beloved transmission. And we will keep whispering in your ears our song of love and friendship. 3 miles beneath the outer community of Machu Picchu in Peru, a Quechua word meaning old mountain, thrives another evolved civilization inhabiting a beautiful city of light called Machu Picchu. Our city is similar to Telos in many ways, in the sense of our people also embody embody a fifth dimensional consciousness. We have been here for quite some time, almost as long as Telos has existed beneath Mount Shasta, less a couple of thousand years. Nevertheless, the history of our city is different. At one time, and the eons of time parallel to the time of Lemuria, we lived above the ground, forming small communities of light and true brotherhood, where the surface community of Machu Picchu now exists. We did not always live underground, but eventually, after the great flood and the destruction of both continents, it became obvious that the peace and the beauty we so enjoyed would eventually be compromised. As the negativity began increasing on the surface, again darker and more violent than before, it became imperative for us to recreate our city within the earth. Like the Telosians did before, we also desire to create a city of light for those of members of our Inca civilization who would eventually ascend into the higher dimensions. We have set our intentions to preserve our culture and all the treasures underground, knowing that eventually it could be at risk for the negativity of mankind. As the Lemurians did a few thousand years before us in the building their city of Telos underground to preserve their culture and the most important treasures of Lemuria, we proceed to do the same. Many of you still wonder where the Incas went when, at the same point, whole communities disappeared from the surface of the planet almost overnight. I now tell you that they came to the inner city of light of Machu Picchu. Many did not far go away. They came inside our mountain through a secret passage in the Skade Valley, not so far from where they have been living. The Earth's civilizations have come from wide variety of galaxies, stars, and planetary systems, and most of you in your long history of incarnations on this planet have chosen to experience a wide range of possibilities. You have taken embodiments more than in one all of main civilizations that have graced the inner Earth its long period of evolution. This means that no matter where you come from originally, what planet or star system or universe in your incarnation cycle here, you have all the same point experienced life as Lemurians, Atlanteans, Mayans, Incans, Egyptians, etc. What does it make you now? Know that in our realm, we no longer need those labels to identify ourselves. We thrive to live in oneness of the Creator. Everyone conceived comes ultimately from the heart of the Creator, and everyone has left imprints and aspects of themselves everywhere, all in the universe, galaxies, and planetary systems. Arulya Master is asking the question now. Who now inhabits your city, Cusco? Our inner city was inhabited at the beginning primarily by our people, the ascended Inca civilization. Eventually, some Lemurians and the Atlantean scientists joined us, and little by little, more Lemurians and Atlanteans increased our number. Our city is now inhabited mainly, but not extensively, by beings of those three civilizations. Our number has expanded much since the beginning as more beings have joined. Harulya, you have several friends and former family members living here. Your family is not just in Telos. You have family in several inner cities. Oh, we are all live in oneness in the spirit of total harmony and true brotherhood. You know, once you ascend, you are not limited to living in one place. There is much freedom to move around the experience living in many places. Some peoples come to live here for a while and move on, and the others stay for a long time. The way we live, we can be more compared to the way of Telos. Our creation process is by thought, just as it is in Telos. Though every city has its own particulars, all ascended cultures live on the same universal principles, and the way of life is not different from one city to the next. The size of our city have now reached a little over 1 million people. What makes it different from Telos is that inner Machu Picchu community is composed of a mix of three cultures, while in Telos, the Lemurian culture is the main civilization. Many of the citizens in Telos have been alive in the same body or incarnating in the Lemurian culture for so very long that they can almost be considered the originators of the Lemurian race. Adama is such a being and so Anahamar among many others. As you well know, a few thousand years ago, the Spanish conquerors came to South America and ruthlessly destroyed most of the beautiful elegant cultures living there. In their greed to acquire all the gold they could put their hands on, they respected nothing and no one. There was a very peaceful and thriving Inca community of our people living on the surface at Machu Picchu. When the Spanish bloodshed and destruction began, we invited them to join our city, and they have never seen since. They vacated the surface, taking their treasures with them and moved inside. They are still to this day alive and well, contributing to the love and creativity. In our city, we are beings of upper, fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. As in Telos, according to the level of evolution, beings exist in several more levels and dimensions. Some of the city as physically as you understand it, and other levels are purely etheric. Telos exists from the upper fourth dimension level of consciousness all the way up to the 10th and 12th dimensions. Arulya Master, what do you know and what is the main purpose? Kaska Master, actually we are quite involved in the preservation of rainforest, which is so important for the life and welfare of the planet. Because of greed and the lack of respect and honoring of the earth by the surface population, without our intervention, there would be none left at this time. We are trying to stop the destruction as much as allowed to. Although none of us from the higher dimension is it allowed to perform direct intervention in your dimension, we are doing the best we can. We are promoters of peace and harmony. We do a plain planetary service in our work with nature. We have become quite adept at understanding the creation of nature, and when the time is right, we will assist the planet in restoring her original beauty and perfection. We will not be only ones doing this. We will join the greater team. When we emerge among you in few years, it will be our great pleasure to teach you what we have learned. In the meantime, we make formal invitation to all of you to come to the classes at night if you want to develop your term fifth dimensional green thumb. We can teach you many of the wondrous secrets of nature that have been lost to surface knowledge that will bring much joy to your heart. In due course, you will be delighted to apply with ease and grace this new knowledge into your daily life to create around your beauty and perfection of nature we have created here and was meant to be in dimension. In Telos, the same knowledge is used to create their outstanding surroundings. We perform another service from our city with color because of this much pollution in your world and so little oxygen left in the atmosphere. Without the daily repellenting of oxygen and purifying of the air by millions of angels and ascended beings, life in your dimension would no longer be possible in most planes. As a collective, when you sleep at night, we send huge beams of specific green light frequency into the atmosphere of the surface, purifying the air, replenishing and repairing the Earth's atmosphere. Without this, the death toll on this planet would rise up to 1,000 times more each day, and life would be more difficult. There are always many teams of beings from other cities of life doing similar but slightly different work. A great many have contributed to the well-being by assisting the smooth functioning of the earth and keeping humanity alive until the day of the great cleansing, which is soon approaching, except is to start manifesting now through the end of the decade of this behind. Arulya Master, do you have tunnels? Casco Master, indeed, we have tunnels going in all directions, all over South America and beyond. We have tunnels going directly to Telos. Actually, beings from like Adama can travel between Telos and Machu Picchu in less than a couple of minutes of your time. In fact, there is a whole network of underground tunnels going all over the Terra. We also have a close connection with the inner city of Kota at the equator. This is a city inhabited by those of the ancient Inca and Aztec cultures. They live much more, and we do know, and we have very heartwarming exchanges with them. Basically, we are the same origins and culture in the past. We have greatly assisted each other. There is direct tunnel between the two cities. Arulya, do you have a leader? Vasco, we have a leader, yes, but not a real leader. As you understand it, we have a learner to govern ourselves. We are attained that level of spiritual maturity long time ago. Of course, we have high council like cities do, and that is the governing body of our city. When people have reached a high enough level of evolution, the great governor of your soul and life is your divine presence. Arulya Master, what are the homes like? Vasco, most of our live in a pyramidal shaped homes made of crystal material created with our thoughts. Many of our public buildings and teaching places are circular in shape and also made of crystal and various textures and colors. Our creativity is highly expanded and our city is very beautiful. In Telos, it is opposite. They live in a circular homes and most of the public buildings, gatherings, places are pyramidal, always reflecting elegant imagining. In Telos, it is opposite. Thank you, Arulya, for giving us the opportunity to express ourselves to the many seekers of the truth through your published books. We bless you with the flame of love, gratitude, and harmony. Arulya, Mister, you are welcome. I did have some forgiving to do regarding Atlantis, and bringing these messages from your realm is my way of showing that I have fully forgiven. Yeah. Thank you, Masters. Love you for attending the session, Masters. And silent meditation, Masters, for 10 minutes. Last 2 minutes, Masters. Last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Please come out of the meditation happily, Masters. Yeah. Those who are in the session, Masters, please rejoin at 6:30 p.m. for Divya Sampada and also IC Sunwheel session. Yeah. Thank you all, Masters. Love you. Ending the session, Masters. Thank you all. Love you all.